Hi, I'm Ultraviolet. Welcome to
Hi everyone, welcome to Strong Fire Tarot. My name is UV, short for Ultraviolet, the light that can see in the darkness, and today we're going to be doing a reading for Gemini Collective. So you don't necessarily have to be a Gemini sun sign to resonate with this reading. You just see how its magnetic push and pull may be affecting you. And if you don't resonate, it just means that it doesn't align with your direction in life. So just take the wisdom and leave the rest. Remember that I know nothing. You always have to honor your own intuition. You have your own purpose in this life and you need to get there, okay? So hopefully my messages serve you well. Thank you so much for your comments, your likes, your subscribes, all of it. You guys are very kind and positive. Even the dislikes, like, I'm not bothered by that. Clearly, anyone who leaves a dislike is automatically a karmic person because the law of what you put out returns to you. Even if I don't like a video, I never put a thumbs down or a negative comment because I know whatever I put out, I will receive. So I just ignore it and I go see something that I relate to. That's simple. So it doesn't really affect me. I focus more on the positivity that you guys send my way, and for that I'm forever thankful. If you want more information on my private readings, watch till the end. I keep changing it because I'm still trying to figure out like the perfect way to provide private readings for the people and a simpler way for you to book. So at the end I'm going to talk more about that. Let's just get right to the reading. So the vision, the dream I had for Gemini, it's kind of long. So it starts that you have this partner, a boyfriend or a girlfriend, and like, it doesn't mean, because I'm a female, right? So obviously I'm going to be the female version in the story. So if you're a man, just place yourself where you fit in the story. Okay, there's no gender in tarot. So in my dream, you're in a relationship with a person that acts like your best friend, right? You guys have been childhood friends, or it just represents that you guys were childlike, playful together. You know, you had a nice connection going on and you really trusted this person until like you have access to this room in this building and he wants to take your virginity, and you would do anything for that person and you were ready to give yourself innocently to that person, that in the end his real intentions were just to take your virginity and leave you right after that. So this person had ill intent but appeared to be good for you, almost like the Red Riding Hood story where the wolf appears like your grandmother and acts all innocent just to take something from your kind, innocent approach to your connections, because you truly thought that you guys were like best friends or something and you would do anything for that person that was just self-serving. However, you might be a curse. You might be the snake in the apple, okay? You're Lilith in this situation. So God created you to test people that are on a sinful path. So this is people who are truly divine, righteous, men of God. I'll explain later why you're that. So let me explain the story. When God sends you to a person that's under judgment because they're on a sinful path and you're innocent, you're pure, you're a virgin, right? So virgin represents purity. You have the best intentions at heart. You have no ill intent whatsoever towards that person that is sinning. So God has enough of this sinful person, so he sends you on a mission. And you're innocent. You don't know why you're there. You just feel true feelings for these people. And they end up betraying. Later in my dream, there's snakes in the building. And people start getting scared of snakes. There's snakes all over the building and there's more of them, and I see them, they're sleeping and they're slowly going to come out, and everyone just starts running out of the building, whoever was in the building. So the building is just, it could be your home, it could be your environment, it could be life. So everybody starts leaving the building, but you find out that you have a daughter called Gabrielle, with E-L-L-E, Gabrielle. And she's a girl in my vision. And when everybody leaves the building because the snakes are in the building, you find out that your daughter Gabrielle is not there, and you're like, oh my god, I have to go get my daughter. But you're not really sure if she's your daughter. You're like, I don't have a daughter, but why did she say she's my daughter? And you're like, but I can't leave a child in that building. So you did the righteous thing to go back in the building and save that girl. And when you return in the building, when everybody was scared shitless and they're like, I'll forget it, like, leave the girl, you have to leave, there's snakes all over the place. You're like, I can't do that, it's a child. So you go back in the building and you try to look for Gabrielle, and you find her talking to the snake. and the snake transforms into this beautiful creature, like in this movie, like The Story That Never Ends, something like that, The Never Ending Story. She becomes this beautiful creature that is actually her guardian angel. And you find out that they pushed everyone who weren't allowed in the building out with fear. And because she was pure, she's divinely protected by Gabriel, or archangels. So I wake up and I go research Gabriel. What does it mean? It means the interpreter of dreams. And right now I'm learning to interpret my dreams. So Angel Gabriel is trying to, 555, he's here, trying to make me understand what I need to explain to people who are used as less, almost like you're cursed. You're really a curse. You're the apple. You show all innocent, pure fruit, and they take from that tree that's sacred. And when they take from that tree, they're cursed because that was a test for convictions. And you're divinely protected. You have no fear. And the snakes represents regeneration. You're capable of healing yourself over and over and over and over and over again, because that's your gift. You can always heal yourself. So sometimes you feel like, I really love that person, but why do I feel heartless? Like, no, I'm going to do what's best for me. It's because that's your purpose in this life. You're Lilith. So it's either they treat you like you're equal, or they take from the forbidden tree and they're cursed. So people better not mess with those who are pure-hearted, innocent virgins, in the metaphoric way, not necessarily physically virgins, but virgin in intention. Like, there's no dirt in your approach with people. It's pure. Like, I care about you and I will do anything for you. And that's how you always loved. And when people take advantage of you, they end up cursed, shunned from the Garden of Eden. And you'll heal everything, because that's why you're here. And you have a lot of protection. And Gabriel is here. And it also means, Gabriel means, Gabrielle, a girl, is a woman of God, or Gabriel means man of God, and the interpreter of Daniel's dreams. So, I don't know why I started like this, but you see your dreams, you're like, okay, I'm trying to understand what they're trying to tell me. So when you sleep and you don't move and you're trying to observe, like, what does that mean, right? So we're trying to understand, like, our purpose, why we're here, our dreams. Why do I keep having to go through situations that I find not fair? Why would people treat me like that? You're Lilith. You're Lilith energy. You see these magicians, it's like, and I was seeing this before I started this reading. I'm like, if Lilith is the high priestess, and Adam is the emperor, and Eve is the empress, who's the magician? So the magician is a masculine energy that respects the feminine energies, and is also pure and cloaked in, he's very grounded, roses here. It's like, it's a good aroma here. It's like he offers goodness to the world. He puts out beautiful things out into the world. A man of faith, a man of, an alchemist, someone that uses their whole brain, right? That's Lilith's equal. But I want to understand, like, what happens to the people who are the cursed tree, like the apple. I don't know, you're the snake, you're God's shaft, right? So the snake is God's shaft. Here it is, and you didn't know, and now you're becoming aware that that's why I'm put in these manipulators' life, to test them, to see whether or not they take from a forbidden tree, a sacred one that has no ill intent whatsoever in their hearts. And the manipulators here make the wrong decisions, and they get stuck until they awaken, and they find out, like, I have to right my wrongs here. So why? Oh my God. You see the King and Queen of Wands. So Gemini, I wasn't sure, like, if the vision was for this reading or for the next one. And Gemini is the twin, right? So the twin flame connections also. You're sent to these connections to see whether or not Adam killed his ego. And apparently they didn't yet. So they're still trying to figure out their faith here. They're stuck because they have no convictions. They haven't regenerated from past behaviors. They're still behaving manipulatively. They're still trying to control the outcomes. But at this point, they're cursed. because they met their Lilith already, and they mistreated their Lilith, so now they're cursed. Now they're stuck with Eve's. They commit to the wrong things until they serve God, right? So they can never get unstuck from their curse until they serve God, right? 11, now I see. So yeah. So these manipulators, these people, these sinners that are not using alchemy properly, you're sent to them as judgment. So it's not necessarily just your twin flame or just these lustful people that you deal with, because he's gonna let them take what they want from you. They always do it. They always end up taking what they want because that's what you're there for. God is like, take it. Be careful. I told you not to take it until you take care of that tree, right? You have to take care of the tree. You can't just take the fruit. And they just took it. So now nothing blossoms wherever they are. Nothing ever grows. They're stuck in a curse until they serve God and they repent with God and they commit to being better human beings. They put out good energies, good emotions. They stop being so inconsistent with people. So it's kind of a sad purpose in this life to be a Lilith, right? Because you're used for people who are in the judgments, for the sinners, and if they take from you and they don't treat you with respect after, well, then they're cursed, right? So it's kind of annoying that you always get betrayed, right? They always take and they don't return. Like you're, oh well, and there you go, another cursed one. And what happens to you? Yeah, if you don't understand your purpose, you're gonna feel like they're just taking, and you're gonna like feel like a victim, but you're actually chosen by God. You're God's daughter in my vision. I didn't know, like Gabriel, she said to me, like, I'm your daughter, but I'm like, I don't have a daughter. Like, but okay, if you say you're my daughter, but maybe I was in God's perspective, and he said, you're my daughter. You're a woman of God. You're a man of God. So I will put you in situations where they will try to take your virginity willingly, right? Like, that's the intention they went in with too, and they want to see whether or not they go through with that, and if they go through with that, they lose everything. But I want to understand, like, okay, and is that my purpose? Like, that's all I'm going to be doing, like, cursing people? Like, what happens to me? Okay, well, you move forward and you keep creating. You're just a divine feminine energy, right? So you're a creative force, because the snake is a creative force. She's always changing, always transforming. So you hurt her, okay, so your hurt is your thrive. The more they hurt you, the more you thrive. And God knows how to get you, like, move forward motion. For everything they do to you, you manifest more, because it's like almost like for every mission you accomplish, you get a blessing. For every mission you go on, you get a blessing, and you're like, okay, keep moving forward. You're strong. You're capable of enduring any type of pain because you've been suffering since day one. And you're like, what the fuck? Like, why have you forsaken me? And that's why Lilith is like La Llorona in some cultures. Like, she's always crying because she feels like everybody mistreats me. And I'm like, you're the cursed tree. You're the snake. You're the one that, like, tells people who are sinning, like, you want to fall into temptation, you want to, like, so that's your purpose, but you always get blessings, right? Look, you get blessed for handling these immature people that don't honor their intuition, they don't put out good energy, they don't treat people like they're equal, and they're in a mental torment because they keep making wrong decisions. So you just keep getting blessed because of that. So for every mission like this that you accomplish, you get a blessing. So you need to understand how to serve God here and not be a victim to your purpose in this life if you're a Lilith energy, or 22 if you're a master builder here, or you're a righteous person. You have to love yourself more to not get affected so much emotionally by the things that these missions will make you endure. You're stronger than you think. You're a snake. You heal anything. You can heal anything. You transform everything. These cards are like too many. It's too much. It's so heavy what they do to you sometimes. The abuse that you go through. Like, you're always safe because you're protected by this archangel, the big magical creature, that no matter how many snakes, the fear is going to control these people. They're going to kick them out of fear is going to kick them out of the Garden of Eden. And you, because you have no fear, you're not scared of your shaft. You see, here it is. You're not scared of your shaft, right? you allow it. You're like, okay, well, protect me, fine. Like, you're not gonna run away. You're not scared of anything. You can't be scared of anything if you're this kind of person. You have to keep moving forward, keep healing yourself. For everything, every mission you accomplish, you get a blessing. Okay. This is a lot of cards. I don't know why they're coming out like that. So you see it, like your twin flame connection was your first mission that you actually became aware of it. So before that, you're like, why the fuck? You weren't as pure as you are today. When you meet this twin flame, it forces you to be as pure as possible. To the purer you are, the higher your gifts, the more heightened they are. So because you want those gifts, you would just connect to source and you honor it. You're like, okay, no problem, I'll do it, because you love your gifts. You love your power here, an empress, a creator that you are, and you're like, okay, I need God's strength, so I'll sacrifice my addictions, I'll sacrifice the cups here, I'll sacrifice this and this connection, this twin flame, whatever. If it's not equal, you sacrifice it. And self-love, right? You really have to love yourself to an extent so you don't get affected by these missions. But you're still alone here, and Lilith is mostly alone because the magician is not upright. So it's like you haven't found your equal, right? The person that you're supposed to connect with. They're still behaving with ego, they're faithless, so you're like, oh, I gotta take care of my blessings here that God is giving me. So commit to that in the meantime. They're protected. What else? Are they gonna, yeah, you're gonna move forward. You're gonna be okay, but you can't lose faith in your purpose here. Because it's like, if you think you're a victim when he gave you the power that you have, because you have many gifts because of the type of pain and suffering you have to go through for playing this role for God, for serving God like that. He rewards you immensely. So because he makes you move forward towards really great things, you can't stop believing in him, because he's like, why would you put me through that? That wasn't fair. Why would you allow him to treat me like that? And so like, this is possible. You will meet a counterpart. You will meet someone that's perfect for you, but you can't lose faith in your purpose here. You're both in reverse here, because you're both going through the same type of things, like unfair connections that are just missions to heighten your gifts, to then meet each other and move forward with a chariot energy together. But here you see, I told you were the snake, the cursed tree that tells them to, it could be friends, it could be anyone that's on sinning a lot. You're sent on that mission because they're faithless. They're behaving faithlessly, and God tells you, okay, look, she listens to God. Okay, Archangel Michael, actually. Michael? Okay, yeah, it could be because I dreamt of a Michael. Okay, so Archangel Michael tells you he's your next mission, right? He's not looking up. He's faithless. He's naked, and he just wants lust. You might have to give your pure body, because look, she's whiter here, so very pure. And you're like, really? Like, I have to give myself to that person that's very impure. Look, his tree is dead. And you're like, you sure? Because I'm very fruitful. He's going to want to take from my tree because his tree is rotten. He's like, yes, that's your next mission. So you show up looking like cloud here. Like you're not that great of an option, right? He can't see clearly, but you have a nice body. That's all they see. They have clouded judgment because of their faithless behavior. So they bite the apple. And this was actually Lilith saying like, hey, do you want this apple? Knowing very well that they don't deserve it. They have nothing to offer in return. If they take from that, they're cursed. Here, it's like bad luck constantly. And then God will move mountains for you and bring you forward towards your next blessings and your next missions. Till when? Like, do these people die alone? Because you're the anointeds, right? You're the chosen ones. You're God's prophets, God's anointed divines, like just people that are making righteous decisions. They show up in faith in sinful people's lives in a clouded way, right? So you might not look like the best option at first, and then you transform, or something like that. He does that to people. So first you don't look so great, and then you become this empress. Like, what? I thought she was this Queen of Cups in reverse. That's what you showed me. And you're like, nah, you missed out on her. The Mother Nature replica here, like a beautiful nurturer, creator, an equal here. Like, you missed out on that. But the pairs here, it's like the Queen and King of Wands in reverse. Till they don't Okay, so you're both, you do have a counterpart that you're going to move forward with if you serve God, and you both awaken to why you were put through such unfair situations, right? Like with these manipulators, with people that took advantage of your magic, you know, people that didn't see your magic. Once you accept that, like, oh, okay, because that was, I'm the tree, I'm the cursed tree. Look, you're the tree. You're the apple. And once you accept that, you're like, ah, that's why I was put through so much and I'm capable of healing so much and I'm a snake and this. You're just a creative force. So the more hurt, the more you thrive. Your hurt is your thrive. So allow it and don't be a victim to it, because you're chosen for great things. That's why you get visions. That's why you have powers. Like, that's why you're supernatural. Don't see yourself like a victim when this is a special gift, right? So here, a cure for longing. Love is happiness. A spark inside. Live deliberately and choose boldly, then you have arrived. So a cure for longing. Like, obviously you're longing for a connection that's not going to treat you bad, but it's like you're not ready yet till you understand. You have to go through a certain amount of missions first. And then you'll have a different type of mission, I guess. I hope. Well, there's hope. I don't know, I feel like you're longing for a connection, but it's not coming yet. Because you're serving God here. A Queen of Pentacles alone here. And the Empress is alone here, because men are behaving karmically here. So just keep serving God. You have to accept it. That right now is not the time, and you have to keep moving forward, keep creating, keep healing, keep nurturing, keep inventing, keep loving unconditionally. Respect nature, respect your purpose. You're fruitful. You're very fruitful. I don't understand. It's a hard reading because it's like hard to understand, like Lilith's role over here. So what? Lilith can find a connection because Adam is with Eve, being karmic. Fruition. I told you were fruitful. Rest assured, your dreams and visions will come to fruition. So for now, you just have to, okay, first your dreams come true. Okay, so that's not bad. I'm like, okay, I was starting to get worried. First, your dreams have to come true. So whatever you're creating, your seeds that you're planting, first they have to blossom, and then you'll attract someone in that world that you created for yourself, not the karmic world before that. So before that, you're just on missions here. And the more missions you accomplish, the more blessings you get, right? So don't complain about them. Just be pure in your feelings. It's like, honor those feelings. Like, okay, I want to go there. And if it feels right, go for it. You love hard. When you love, you love. And what they choose to do to you, that's their curse. So take a moment to connect to Source through quiet, reflective meditation. So you're going to get answers about why you're chosen for this life. For sure. You have to become great for sure here. Your dreams and visions will come to fruition. So you have to accomplish something here. The strength and the 3. So that's teamwork, like maybe your empress, your empire, your businesses, your whatever it is. This has to, this will cure your feeling of longing for someone. So once you become unconditional love for everything that you have, then that partner will just manifest. It's just not the time. You're both working on understanding why I'm put through so many manipulative situations. Okay, it's hard, this reading. I hope it was clear. I'm trying my best. So free yourself from the victimization of these situations that you went through so many. Sometimes with your own parents, I think, because I had another dream where I'm having supper with my mom at this really expensive restaurant. And they didn't even take my order, but they served me a plate. And I'm like, I didn't order this, but I touched the plate. So they're like, no, you have to eat it now. I'm like, but this is a really expensive restaurant. It's the most expensive restaurant in Montreal. And I'm like, I want to eat what I came here to eat. I don't want to eat something that was imposed on me. So I'm like, if there's anything we could do. But they were in a rush and everything. So I tell my mom, I'm going to go see some management, see what they can do. Because it's not fair that they're not serving us right. And my mom, she's like, just eat it. I'm like, no, it's like, it's a really expensive restaurant. I want something else. So it doesn't matter if you were right or wrong. You don't feel supported by your mother because your mother ended up eating your plate. And she's like, when you come back with the manager, she ate it. So now it's like, okay, but I have to pay for it. We didn't even have our supper. And you ask your mom, like, why did you do that? And she's like, because you're always complaining about my parenting, that I don't care. And so it was like, but I took you out. Like, so maybe you don't feel supported in your own family. So even in your own family, you're placed there for missions. Like how they treat you is their curse. How your friends treated you is their curse. Like everywhere you go, there's a reason. You're always there for a reason. People are being sinful. People are doing one of they're disobeying one of the commandments, or many of them. So God is like, okay, that's your next mission. Go over there where they're sinning. And you go over there, and if they fall into the trap, the illusion, they bite the apple, they fall into a coma, and life it goes by fast, and you don't accomplish shit. But you will accomplish everything here. You're at fruition. So stop longing for connections, right? The right divine counterpart, that's this person, the faith and the connection to God, your shaft, and your like everything he orders you to do, like, okay, like your shaft is telling you what to do. When you honor that, you will get unstuck from the hangman situation and manifest and go forward with your true assigned counterpart. So in the meantime, just nurture your blessings, because you are receiving blessings for the missions you have passed, that you lent your body to. Because you told God, use my vessel. I'm your servant. Like, I'm devoted to you, so use me. So he did use you. A distant kiss and prayer flag. I wish of all wishes that you were here. Through sunlight and rain, I need you near. So, right, you're longing for that connection. You both need each other, but you both have to accept your mission on earth. So you get unstuck, and you understand that you're the tree. You're the cursed tree. So it's like normal that all your connections are going to be fucking disgusting and abusive. And no love, right? It's like, yeah, definitely not love here. There was no self-love. There was the Ace of Cups in reverse, and the cup here is in reverse. So it's like, no, you stand alone for a while, right? It's like, you have to allow this, and then the cycle will change when you're okay with your purpose on earth, okay with God and what he made you to be, like, in this lifetime. Seek different seasons and enter into the unknown. When love is the focus, foundation, and goal, blessed is the body, mind, and soul. So when love is the focus, so when you love, you go for it, you love. And whatever they do to you, that's on them. And you leave when God says, okay, enough, they failed. You know, they failed the test. Now, let me deal with them and their karma. You don't have to be there at 30. I'm seeing, like, synchronicities. Like, they're very present with you. They're there. You're divinely protected. Everybody else ran away from the building and jumped out of it. And you, the innocent, pure person, you weren't scared of snakes or animals or something. And you're like, no, that's my guardian angel. And your angels they scare others away, so they can't get near you. Nothing can hurt you. So be thankful that you're divinely protected. Be thankful for your dreams. Be thankful for your gifts, you know. Be thankful that you're chosen for something higher than the normal, you know. So you didn't choose everyone. You were chosen because you honor yourself. You're true. You have true intentions. Healing. You're always healing. Because that's the snake. You have, like, healing intentions towards others. It's like, no, I'm here to make you feel good, right? And they're here to hurt you. And then they're like, they fuck themselves up and get trapped in this. A forever cycle of this. And you know, the devil is really evil when it comes to that. Because, let's say they're cursed, right? So they go back to a relationship that they left over and over, right? They leave and come back, because the devil loves that. And when they come back together, the devil makes it good for a couple of months, and then he makes it far worse than the first fight they ever had. So every time they go back to the place that got them sick in the first place, it's going to look good for a certain amount of time, and then it gets worse than the first fights, the second fights, the third fights. It gets worse and worse and worse and worse, because that's the trap of the devil. He likes to make you think that, no, there's hope over here. There's no hope in hell. It's either you serve God and you lend your vessel for a higher purpose, or you serve the lower world and give in to your desires, your temptations, your sins, and you'll constantly be suffering. It's not an easy journey, the divine journey, but this is what it is. So you're starting to understand that, oh, that's why I was put through so much nonsense. Like, I get it, and that's why I can heal from them. Like, I have my confidence back. I'm always moving forward. Business is good. You know, I have nothing to complain about. When I left this motherfucker, I got this blessing. When I left that motherfucker, I got this blessing. You know, so when you cut it out, when God said, okay, enough, the mission's over, you see, like, okay, we're done with that one. Okay, thank you, God, for the blessings. What's my next mission? Like, now you like serving him because you understand that you're not a victim. You're actually chosen. So stop crying, because La Llorona is Lilith, and Lilith was crying because she's like, why are you doing this to me, God? Like, what have I done? He's like, what am I doing to you? I'm protecting you. What are you talking about? All the animals are on your side. You're my beautiful Rapunzel here, my magical creature, my healing flower, my everything, my daughter, right, in my dream. So you're everything to God. And he's like, what do you mean I'm doing this to you? Like, I need you to lead others into righteousness. So obviously you're the vessel that they abuse. But he always puts you back together. He's like, okay, here's a scarf. It's not cold anymore. He's going to make sure that you heal. Is that a snake? I saw like the skin. Oh, yeah, look. Yeah, you see? So for every mission, well, the snakes just leaves the dead skin behind. And that's it. And it's like, fuck it. Whatever I went through, it was rough. But I'm a new snake now. And I actually looked at myself in the mirror and I saw a big snake head, like a big one. And I was like, whoa, like, I'm like, that was me. I'm a snake. Like, I am a snake. You're Lilith. And I'd rather be Lilith than an Eve. Stop serving miserable men. Like, no, hell nah, okay? Or if you're a man, like, it just means that you're not settling for a woman that has no drive, no passion for life, doesn't stimulate you. It just goes like, yeah, okay, like, I'll do anything for you. They just serve you. Like, it's like, you want someone that's your equal so you can build together, you know, not these people that have no self-love, no boundaries, no standards. Like, they just want to be, they want you to validate them, and that's it. And then they ruin their life because they're dependent on you. These codependent people, right? So, no, I'd rather not be a codependent creature. Like, you don't get fulfilled in those connections. It's boring. It's like, okay, and they end up cheating, they end up lying. Like, these Eves, they're so lost, they don't love themselves, so obviously they're gonna put themselves in situations that the devil will lead them into, so they learn self-love. Because Eves can be Liliths. It's all a choice. A man can be a Lilith too. You could be a creative force too. It's just use your right side of the brain. Live by truth, not by yeah, you have to live with truth, not lies. And then you'll get, look, this is so cool. It's like you have two options. Or you kill your old ways and you get the rewards for it, or you stay like in this energy forever. So this is, I think we're put on earth to just find our way back to God, to be honest. To a source, or whatever you want to call him. And once you understand that, it's easier, because now you're like, okay, I'll serve you. I'm not a victim. It's in the past. It doesn't exist anymore. I'm not hurt from it anymore. I'm a new version of me. I'm a wiser version of me. I'm stronger. I'm scared of nothing anymore. Like, you become more and more invincible. Like, it's like, okay, it's not that bad to go through experiences. You only know what you witness. So I hope you understood this reading. I hope, because I had trouble making the order, creating an order for this reading. Remember, I speak a lot of languages, so my vocabulary sometimes it sounds a bit dyslexic. I switch the words over there. Okay, anyways, I'm not expressing myself the way I want. So I'm gonna talk about my private, I don't know, actually, let me give you one final advice about, maybe an animal. Make it rain. Cool. Look, you get blessings. And it keeps falling here. You're going to get a lot of moolah from the missions you went through. And that project, that person, that idea is waiting. You see, that person is waiting. You're both waiting for each other, but you have to finish this project first. You have to advance with this project. Make it go into fruition. Get after that shit. The world has your back. Yay, our angels are here. The world does have our back, so it's great. There's nothing to complain about. You're a badass. Act like it, right? You're chosen. Like, not many are chosen. So don't be a victim when you're chosen. Understand that what they did to you, they did to themselves. You're a curse. You're the tree. You're the apple. So maybe an animal. Get an animal. The sharks, you see? God is like, okay, that shark is trying to hurt those innocent creatures. Perfect. I'm going to send him an innocent creature. And tears of God, right? Because he's sad that people are behaving like that. And my name is actually Bianca, so Queen Bee, right? I'm over here. You're pollinating the world, making it better. And the shark is like, let me kill that innocent creature that makes the world a better place. Like, you can't do that. So, we'll have one final. That snake, I fucking love it. I love it. Life is blessed. Let me end the reading here. So don't forget that you're the snake. You're here to teach lessons, right? To people who are not behaving clever, like a fox, they're being stupid. So the golden egg is yours. You keep being this unconditional love, and you always rise from the ashes like a phoenix, like in Mulan. Like there's nothing that can kill you. You saved the emperor. Not an army could. You saved the emperor. There's nothing stronger than you. You stand in your truth. Don't be scared of who you are. You're just very different, for sure. You work in the darkness. You're mysterious. So if you want a private reading with me, I changed certain things. I added my WhatsApp link on my Facebook. So we do everything through WhatsApp now. So even the video calls through WhatsApp, you just have to message me. Hi, I would like to book a private reading with you. To reserve with me, I need 24 hours before so I could get visions for you. It's a $25 minimum contribution, just in case you feel like canceling, because people do that. It's not refundable, like that I don't waste my time. So it's a minimum contribution of $25, and after your 1 hour reading, it could go on longer, shorter. It doesn't matter how long the message needs to take. I'll go as long as the message is clear, right? And after the reading, you'll decide how much you think it was worth to you. You'll feel how much it was truly worth to you. And I trust everyone with their judgment, and I don't want to use this gift for greed, for sure. I'm here to serve. So thank you so much for watching. Have yourself a beautiful day and night wherever you are. I'm thankful for you, and I love you. Bye.